Good morning, year one. I hope everything's going well at home. Just on the screen at the moment, there is a Skillshark for you. If you could get started on that, pause your screen, you can complete it off here, or it will be on the school website if you'd like to access it that way. Off you go, and make sure you send your working to us at the end of this lesson. Fantastic. Brilliant. This week, we're going to be looking at counting in twos in our fluency. So here, I've tried to show how we count in twos. So our first is going to be 2. So we are counting in 2. So our first amount is 2. Our next one is going to be 1, a bit thick there. 2, 3, 4. So we go 2, 4, because we've added 2 more on. Added 2 more on, so you can see we've had 2 more on here. 2 extra. This time it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 4, 6. Our next one is going to be, what is 2 more than 6? Let's have a look. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more than 6 is 8. So we're going to count 2, 4, 6, 8. And what is our next number going to be when we're counting in twos? Let's have a look. We know 8 here. So that means we can count on from 8, 8, 9, 10. So counting in twos, we're going to say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Can you join with me on the next one? Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. One more time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Fantastic. Make sure you're practicing at home and send us in a video of you having a go. In our maths lesson, we are going to be looking at subtraction still, but this time using a number line. So at home, you're going to be able to need to draw a number line. So you're going to need a pencil, a ruler, and a piece of paper. Now, if you want to pause the video where you get those things and do them with me, that's brilliant. And if you want to do them afterwards, that's also okay. So we're going to start by drawing a straight line. So this is the line that my number line is going to be on. Now my number line is going to go from 0 all the way up to 10. So at this end, I'm going to write 0, and at this end, I'm going to write 10. And then in between those two numbers, I need to put all the numbers that become between 0 and 10. So after 0, I know there is 1, and then 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the last stage is each number there needs to be, oh, not there. For each number, there needs to be a little line to show that that's where that number sits on the number line, just like mine. So if you can have a go at drawing these out, because you will need them for this maths lesson, just like this. Just like this one. One more. There we go. So this is our number line that we're going to use in the lesson today. So, nope, not worked. Okay, so we use this number line to help us look at these number sentences and work out the answer. So our number line is here, and our number sentence is saying 6 subtract 3 equals. So in our number sentence, I know that 6 is our whole. So I'm going to look at my success criteria, and I start on the whole. So I know 6 is the whole because it's before the subtraction symbol. So I know that my whole is 6. So my whole is 6 here. Oh, pen. My whole is 6 here. So I'm going to start on the whole. Start on the whole. What am I going to do next? So I'm subtracting, or I'm taking away 3. So my success criteria says that when I'm taking away 3, I count back that many spaces. I'm going to count back 3 spaces. I'm going to do this with arrows to show me. So 3 spaces. So 1 arrow, 2 arrows, 3 arrows. So I've counted back 3 spaces and I've shown this with 3 arrows. So my whole is 3. My first part I'm taking away, my whole is 6. My first part I'm taking away 3, and I've done this by counting back 3 spaces. What is my remaining part? Well, my last arrow is pointing to 3, so my remaining part is 3. Fantastic. Let's have a go at another one. So here, my number sentence is 9 take away 2 equals. So 9 is my whole because 9 comes before the subtractor symbol. So that makes 9 my whole. So I'm going to start on the whole, which is what my success criteria is telling me to do. So I'm going to start on the whole. So there's my whole. So I'm taking away 2. So I'm going to count back 2 spaces. I'm going to come back 2 spaces. Ready? 1 arrow, because our arrows are representing our spaces. 2 arrows. 1, 2. So I've taken away 2. What is my remaining part? So the last part of my success criteria says the remaining part is. Well, my last arrow is pointing to 7, so the remaining part is 7. Fantastic. Right. Oh, let's put my number line in here. Make it a little bit smaller. Oh, it's going to have a bit of a line. There we go. So this one is for me, and then you are going to try this one over here on your own in a minute. Let's move this when it works. There we go. Make it a little bit wider. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to use this number line, and you're going to use this one, or or the one that you've drawn at home. So start on the whole. So we're going to follow my success criteria to complete this. So start on the whole. What is my whole? 9 subtract 6 equals something. So 9 is my whole because it's coming before my subtraction symbol. So I'm going to start on the whole. Start on the whole. Right, done that bit. Count back. So many spaces. Well, I'm taking away 6. So I'm going to count back 6 spaces. And how do I count back 6 spaces? Well, I draw 6 arrows jumping back each time. So ready? And I've got to start on the 9. So the first arrow is going to start on the 9 and it's going to move back 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then the last part of my success criteria is find the remaining part. The remaining part is, my last arrow is pointing to 3. So my remaining part is 3. And that is how we do subtraction using a number line and following the success criteria. So if you could pause your screens and have a go at this one over here for me and come back when you're ready to check it together. Off you go. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at it together. So success criteria says start on the whole. So where is the whole in this number sentence? Well, the whole comes before the subtraction symbol. So that means that this 3 here is the whole. So I'm going to start on the whole on my number line. So I'm starting on 3. Fantastic. Count back how many spaces? Well, I'm taking away 1. So I'm going to count back 1 space. That's 1 arrow, 1 space. Brilliant. My last stage is find the remaining part. The remaining part is, well, my arrow is pointing to number 2, so my remaining part is 2. 3 take away 1 equals 2. Fantastic. Let's look at some more. My number line, there we go. Okay, so this time the whole is 7. The whole is 7. So what number do I need to start? I need to start on 7 because I know the whole comes before my subtraction symbol. And then I'm taking away 5. So I'm taking away 5. How many spaces am I counting back? I'm going to count back 5 spaces. Let's have a look. How am I going to do that? Have a little think. I need to show that I'm taking away 5 on my number line. How could I show that? I can draw 5 arrows jumping back spaces to show that I'm taking away 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 7 take away 5 equals the remaining part. The remaining part is, so where's my last arrow pointing to? My last arrow is pointing to 2. So 7 take away 5 equals 2. Brilliant. Okay, have a look at another one. Let's try and do this one together. So my number sentence is 3 take away 2 equals something. So let's look at my success criteria. My success criteria says start with the whole. Start with the whole. That is the first step. So 3 take away 2. What is my whole in that number sentence? Let's have a little think. Where is the whole? Well, I know that in a subtraction number sentence, the whole comes before the subtraction symbol. So that means that 3 is the whole. So I need to start on the whole. So my whole is here. Next, I need to count back so many spaces. So I'm taking away 2. So I need to count back 2 spaces. So I'm taking away 2. So I'm going to count back 2 spaces. And I'm going to represent that by drawing 2 arrows. So 1, 2. Fantastic. The last part is the so 3 take away 2 equals the remaining part. So the remaining part is where my last arrow is pointing to. So here, my last arrow is pointing to 1. So the remaining part is 1. 3 take away 2 equals 1. Fantastic. Again, have some goes together. So I'm going to do this one over here, where I can move my number line. Ooh. Oh, no, too many. And you are going to have a go at this one over here. The reason I keep putting my number lines on each page is to show that you might need to draw a new number line for each one of these problems. So just so you know that we are drawing out our number lines and using them throughout solving these problems. So let's look at my success criteria. My success criteria says start on the whole. Let's have a look. Where is the whole in this number sentence? Well, I know the whole is before the subtracting symbol, so my whole is 5. So I'm going to start on 5, and I'm going to take away 1. So take away 1, I count back 1 space. Count back 1 space, and I do that by using 1 arrow. Fantastic. The last part of my success criteria is the remaining part is. So 5 take away 1 equals the remaining part, and that is where my arrow is pointing. My last arrow is pointing. The remaining part is 4. Brilliant. I would like you to have a go at this one on your own and come back when you're ready to check your answers. Off you go. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at it together. So let's look at our success criteria again to help us. The success criteria says start on the whole. So my number sentence is here. How do I know where the whole is in this number sentence? How do I know where the whole is? Well, I know in a subtraction number sentence, the whole comes before the subtraction symbol. So that means that this is my whole. So 7 is the whole. I'm going to start on 7. My next step is to count back spaces. So if I'm taking away 4, I'm going to count back 4 spaces, and I'm going to do this by drawing 4 arrows. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. So I've shown that I've counted back 4 spaces, I've taken away 4. My last part is to find the remaining part. So 7 take away 4 equals the remaining part, which is where my last arrow points. The remaining part is 3. Brilliant. Well done if you got that right at home. Make sure you're sending in your work, what you're doing throughout this video at the end, so that me and all the other teachers at school can be super impressed with you. Oh, so we're slightly different here. So here, I'm going to use this number line to help me solve this number sentence, but there's some numbers missing on it. So you might have to switch your extra sharp thinking brains on to have a look at this. So we're going to look at it the same way. So this says start on the whole. So this is saying that my whole is 10, because 10 comes before my subtraction symbol. So I'm going to start on 10. And my next step is I'm going to count back the spaces. But before I do that, I'm going to fill in the numbers on my number line, just because otherwise I might not know where I'm jumping to. So on my number line, I'm starting with 0, and then there's a space. So I know that after 0 comes 1. So I know that this space is for the 1. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, what goes in here? After 3 and before 5. So 1 more than 3 and 1 less than 5. I know that's 4. 5. What comes after 5? Ooh, and before 7. 1 more than 5 and 1 less than 7. I know that's 6. So 6 is going to sit in there. So I filled in my number line. And now I'm going to do my spaces backwards. So count back so many spaces. So I'm taking away 4. So I'm going to count back 4 spaces. And do that with my arrows. So starting on 10, because 10 is the whole, I'm going to count back 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Counted back 4 spaces. And now I'm looking for my remaining parts. My whole is 10. I'm counting back 4 spaces. Where is my last arrow pointing to? The remaining part is 6. So 10 take away 4 equals 6. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at one more of those. So here I've got this. Oh, no, it's slightly different. Here I have another number sentence and another number line with some numbers missing. So this time I'm going to fill in the missing space on my number line to start with. I think that will really help me when it comes to solving my number sentence. So that I know that there's a space here before my 1, and I know that 0, it comes before 1. So I know that 0 is this number here. So I'm going to go 0, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, what could this be? So it comes after 3 and before 5. It's 1 more than 3, 1 less than 5. Have a little think. What number goes in there? I know, it's going to be 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I've got another space here. So what number is 1 more than 5 and 1 less than 7? What number is going to go in there? I know, it's going to be 6. Fantastic. 7, 8, 9. Oh, what comes at the end of my number line? What is 1 more than 9? 1 more than 9. I know that 1 more than 9 is 10. So I've now filled in all the space on my number line and I can move on to solving my problem. So let's look at our success criteria. We are going to start on the whole. So where is the whole in this number sentence? I know that the whole comes before the subtraction symbol. There is my subtraction symbol. My whole comes before that. My whole is 10. Oh, big circle. The whole is 10. So I'm starting on 10 and I'm taking away 6. So to take away 6, I count back 6 spaces. So I'm going to represent that with 6 arrows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just double check I've got the right amount of arrows there because that was quite a big number to take away. So I've got 1 arrow, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so I started on 10 and I've gone back 6 spaces. Fantastic. What is the last part of my success criteria? It says the remaining part is. So 10 take away 6 equals the remaining part. My remaining part is where my last arrow is pointing. So I know that my remaining part is 4. So 10 take away 6 equals 4. Brilliant. Okay. On the screen now are your worksheets for today. So if you can pause this video and have a go at these worksheets and press play when you're ready for the next worksheet, or you can download these off the school website to complete on your own. Make sure you send us in your work after you've done your lesson so we can be super duper impressed with you, just like we are with many of you at the moment. And I absolutely love seeing your work when you send it in. It makes my day so much better. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your lessons today and your time at home, and I will speak to you again tomorrow.